Hey, what's going on everyone? Gillis TV back here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some potential PTOs for the Edmonton Oilers here. And there are some interesting names on this list that I wouldn't mind seeing them come for a PTO. They are a little bit older, but hey, they can still produce in the NHL as they shown last year. And we got projections of what their salary would possibly cost here today from Daily Faceoff. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, like anything NHL related from news, trades, rumors, whatever there is, of course, try to do Oilers every day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as we are only 169 away from our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the support. Now, it's PTO season. We all know the situation that either Cody Ceci's going to get traded or Evander Kane's going on LTIR. We're going to move away from that, and we're going to look at a couple guys who the Oilers could possibly bring in on a PTO to try and, help with the competitiveness in our bottom six. And two of these guys are really known around the league. They had decent seasons for their team last year. One cap hit was actually really good for what he did with the Boston Bruins. The other, of course, playing in Chicago. So we'll start with the Chicago one. And that's Tyler Johnson. He's won Stanley Cups. He's been in the league for quite some time. And he made $5 million last year. He played in 67 games, had 31 points, 17 goals. Wouldn't be bad if the Oilers brought him in on a PTO, daily faceoff, not cap friendly. That is gone. Daily faceoff is putting his contract in the range of 1 year for $1.7 million. You know, if the Oilers can snag him for $1.5 million, a guy that just put up 17 goals on the Chicago Blackhawks, imagine what he could do with the Edmonton Oilers and 31 points. So, going into Tyler Johnson's career here, of course, winning a couple Stanley Cups with Tampa Bay, then ultimately going to Chicago. In his career, he has 431 points in 738 games. He's a plus 20. And, you know, over the course of his career, he's been putting in goals. He had some slumps there in Chicago in the first season he was there due to the fact of injuries and Tampa in 2020-2021. But a guy that can also give you a lot of depth and can play center if need be. He is posted as a winger on Daily Faceoff, but he can play center. And Tyler Johnson is actually one guy I wouldn't mind seeing the Oilers go out, bring in on a PTO. He has speed. I think, honestly, if there is room on the team, he is an upgraded, older version of Ryan McLeod. So, for 17 goals, even if he puts up 15 and 30 points on the Oilers' bottom six, that would be perfect too. So, that's one guy I wouldn't mind seeing. I know if you want to go younger, you could go with Philip Zadina. His career hasn't really taken off. It's been in shambles. Or a Kevin LeBlanc, but Kevin LeBlanc only had 9 points last season. So after that 1 year hit he's fallen off the horse. The other one I said from the Boston Bruins, James Van Riemsdyk. Yes, he is a little bit older. He is 35 years old. Of course, Tyler Johnson's 33. He had a $1 million cap hit last season. He put up 11 goals, 38 points. Daily Faceoff is saying their projection of his next salary is 1 year at $1.2 million. A guy that could play center, if need be. A guy that the Oilers should consider bringing in on a PTO. I know age is a thing, but if these guys can make competition that bottom six, that's just going to make the Oilers even better. Now, I know people are going to say, hey, we got a salary cap that we're already over. Yes, I get that. But there are ways to get under that. And also, we forget that is there a possibility that these guys push Derek Ryan into that role that Sam Gagner was in, where he goes to the Bakersfield, be a mentor down there, comes up when need be, vice versa. So there is that option too. But James Van Riemsdyk, 38 points with Boston, 71 games last year, 11 goals. Did do pretty good for a $1 million contract. That's something I'll take. And over the course of his career, he has 629 points in 1,011 games. And in the playoffs, he has 36 in 82. So a couple guys with some playoff experience, which, going to the Stanley Cup final last year for the Edmonton Oilers was really tough. I just watched the video of Zach Hyman after Game 7 saying they're going to be back, we're going to be back, and I believe the Edmonton Oilers will be back. What they've done this offseason, bringing Adam Henrique back, bringing in Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson, I believe having one of these two guys on a PTO to try and bring up the competition again is going to be great. I do know that we have to sign Proberg again and Holloway for this year and the Draisaitl contract, but let that be to the side, the Draisaitl stuff, because we do have another year of Draisaitl where the salary does go up even more. So that really doesn't affect the team right now. It affects their salary cap next year. So with these two guys, they are decent players. And of course, Tyler Johnson brings that speed. He is a right-handed shot as well. So he could realistically be an upgrade for Derek Ryan if you can bring him in close to what Derek Ryan makes. So there's a couple PTOs I wouldn't mind seeing just to, like I said, make that competition for people and see what can happen with these two guys. I do understand they're a bit older, but the Oilers are the oldest team in the NHL. Might as well get older too with some more experience with these two guys. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.